Elections in Malaysia include elections to public offence of the political entities that since 1963 have composed the Federation of Malaysia. At present, elections in Malaysia exist at two levels, federal level and the state level. Federal level elections are those for memberships in the Dewan Rakyat, the lower house of parliament, while state level elections are the membership in the various state legislative assemblies. The heads of executive branch at both the federal and state levels, the Prime Minister and Menteri Besar, respectively, are indirectly elected, usually filled by members of the majority party coalition in the respective legislatures. While any state may dissolve its assembly independently of the federal parliament, the traditional practice is for the most state assemblies to be dissolved at the same time as the parliament, exception of Sabah and Sarawak, although these two states are held elections simultaneously with the rest of the country. As in the case of Sabah, in the elections from 2004 and 2008, in Sarawak 1969, and the elections for 1974. The practice of holding simultaneous elections was distributed following the 2020 to 2022 Malaysian political crisis.
On the federal level, Malaysia is divided into 222 voting recalled constituencies, each of which elects their own member of parliament or MP. Basically, the candidate with the most votes become the MP of the constituency, the coalition that win more than half of the seats in parliament. From the federal government and its leader become the prime minister, the party or coalition that holds the majority in the state assembly, forms the state government and choose who becomes their leader. In this case, that leader is known as the Menteri Besar or chief minister, while states may be ruled by different parties. Malaysia's ruling coalition has won every federal election since 1950s, making it one of the longest-serving governments in the world.
In conclusion, elections are one of the democratic systems used by every country whose election is determined by the people like our country, Malaysia. This shows that the future of the country is in the hands of the people themselves to choose national leaders and representatives of the people to ensure the well-being of the people in Malaysia. As Malaysians, we should be obliged to carry out our trust to go out to vote. This is not voluntary, but our responsibility to determine the future of the country and the generations to come. It is proven that elections are very important for this country to continue to progress and be independent.